Our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-offs, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Craig?
Honest question. Do you really know what's going on in the Metro Atlanta real estate market?
I own half of Atlanta. You believe that? Real estate.
Team Todd Realty Group. Atlanta has become a hotbed for real estate, and it's consistently growing by the day. Nikita Todd and the good folks with Team Todd Realty Group are here to assist you with any of your real estate needs. Looking to buy a house?
What I would tell a first-time home buyer is to make sure that you have saved adequately.
Thinking about that investment property?
Reach out to me because, of course, I have a lot of resources.
Or trying to sell your house?
It's always best to consult with your realtor first. We have options to get your house on the market as quickly as possible. And we also have other options to where you can purchase with cash and sell your home later. So it's always best to consult a realtor because we have a lot of tricks of the trade that not everybody's privy to.
Don't wait another minute. Go to www.teamtoddrealty.com for more information. Team Todd Realty Group.
Hey, it's Jay Nash from Mornings with Michael and Jay Nash, and you're listening to Rhonda's Room. You just never know who's going to be in Rhonda's Room right here, only on Power 108.9.
The opinions and views expressed by this program are those of the program host, and guest, and do not necessarily reflect the views of Power 108.9 and its officials. We hope you enjoy.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is time, y'all. It is time for Rhonda's Room on Power 108.9, and you are in for a treat. This is going to be an intimate gathering because it's just me all by myself, and we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff to get you going and noticing how to create and walk in your winning season. So what I would like for you to do tonight is I really want you to be interactive tonight because I'm going to be dropping all kinds of information about getting your finances in order, your health, your wellness, spirituality, relationships, all that stuff, you know, so that, and how to identify when you're in your winning season. So we got lots coming up. So go ahead and share this right now. And if you are in the car, you know, somebody that's driving, you can go ahead and listen to this live on www.power1089.com. You can listen to us live there. Go ahead and share this. We will be right back. You're listening to Rhonda's Room on Power 108.9. Your wellness, spirituality,
Question: who has an idea for a new app? Well, if you answer yes to that question, it's time for you to holler at our friends over at Appsketeers. Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9 and the crew over at Appsketeers to take great care of you. Nick and the gang provides you with the all-in-one app development experience. We're talking design, UI, UX, coding, and a whole bunch more. And if you have no clue what that means, it's time for you to holler at Appsketeers. Check out the website, appsketeers.com. Now, we're talking full confidentiality, no hassle, no obligation. If you don't believe me, just call them. 833-APP-IDEA. That's 833-APP-IDEA. As a matter of fact, you know what they do? They design, they build, and they launch. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9, and don't forget to ask for the governor. What up, Nick?
Honest question. Do you really know what's going on in the Metro Atlanta real estate market?
I own half of Atlanta. You believe that? Real estate.
Keep up with Power 108.9 on social media.
How can I find you?
Instagram.
At Power 108.9.
And Facebook.
At Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9.
Okay.
Power 108.9. A station for the people.
All right, welcome back. Are you guys ready? Tonight is all about you and how to get you into position to create and walk in your winning season. So let's start right there. So what is a winning season? You know how everybody's saying, hey, I want you to win, I want you to win, I want you to win. Well, how do you know if you're winning? And how do you know if you're in your winning season? Well, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And I'm going to cover a whole bunch of different areas, the most important areas, because, you know, we're made of many parts, many different areas of our life. So we're going to talk about financially, relationship-wise, spiritually, and everything. So just get a notebook, and I really would like for you guys to call in tonight, send some questions, you know, comment on social media. Those of you that are listening, let us know where you're listening from, and, you know, give me your questions and stuff, and we'll talk about it while we're on air. But so before we get started, how do you identify a winning season? Well, a winning season is obviously the opposite of a losing season, right? So if you're winning, okay, you know how like if you go to a game and they're winning and you're cheering and everybody's all excited and like, yeah, you know, you got it. And especially if you make a basket or something, or you catch a touchdown, or you do something, you know, amazing in the sports and the whole place erupts. Well, guess what? When it's your winning season, it's like you have the whole universe cheering you on, and you got all of those yays and great jobs and everything just seems to fall in place. That's how you know you're walking into your winning season, because you know, a lot of people work hard, and I don't give nothing against people that work hard, but you can work hard or you can work smart, and you might as well work smart, okay? Now, hard work never hurt anybody, but there's such a thing as called sweatless victory. So we're going to tap into some of that tonight. What is sweatless victory? Does that mean you don't work? Does that mean, you know, you don't sweat? No, that's not what that means. It means that it's easy. You know, things become easier. They're not so full of stress. You're not all, you know, freaked out. You're just kind of easy. The things that used to upset you don't upset you anymore. And you can tell that when somebody's in their winning season, there's just like this peace about them. There's this energy. And, you know, when you've got a winning season energy, when you walk in the room, guess what? You shift the energy. You don't change to the energy that's in the room. You create the energy. You bring the energy. You shift the energy. It's almost like, you know how you got those people in your life, they're like, man, the party's not started until I get here. Well, that's how it is. When you're walking in your winning season and you're walking in everything that you're supposed to be doing, your passion and your purpose and your skills and all of that stuff has lined up and aligned, then all of that comes together for your winning season. And then everything just seems to just boom, 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 fall into place. But you know what? Things don't just seemingly fall out of the sky. One of the critical things with a winning season, okay, is okay, let's just look at the word, season. All right, we got 4 seasons in a year, most places, right? You got winter, spring, summer, and fall. Well, you have different seasons, and they have different purposes. They have different reasons. So like in the fall is when you plant all your seeds and you till the ground and all this stuff, but you put all your seeds that you want to come up in the spring. Well, a lot of us in our lives, we're in different seasons of our life. So you may be in a planting season, you may be in a sowing season, you may be in a watering season, or you may be in a growing and a harvest and a thriving season. So a winning season, that's like the equivalent of, like, picture a farmer, you know, that's got all the corn and like miles and miles and miles of cornfields and stuff like that. And, you know, they do all their work all year long. But then that time comes when they have to, you know, reap everything that they gather everything up. And then they can go ahead and sell it to, you know, the different markets and the different things. And that's how they make their livelihood. Well, they seem to work all year long, but you know, they tend to it throughout the year. You know, they plant it, they tend to it, they make sure the soil is good, they just do everything. And then when it all comes up, it's like it's everywhere. It's as far as you can see, you see cornfields, and you can get lost in them because there's so much harvest. Well, that's your winning season, guys. When your purpose and your passion and your destination and all of that, your skill, your drive, everything lines up. Everywhere you look, everything you touch, it seems, turns to gold. And it's just easy. It's not hard anymore because you've put the time in. You've sowed. You've worked hard. You've done all this stuff for free. You've put your time in. You've paid your dues, however you want to call it. All right, you've put the work in, just like that farmer has, and now everything seems to just magically be appearing, you know the work you've already done. Like if you think about all of these big, I will say, motivational, inspirational leaders, okay? They seemingly seem to just appear, right? No, they didn't just seemingly appear. They've been working at stuff 20, 30 years. And a lot of times we don't get to see them until they're in their peak. But they have started from something small and built it up over and over. And you're just now seeing it. And, it looks like, wow, where did they come from? But you don't know what they did in the background to get there. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to get yourself into position. What do you got to do? If you want a winning season, where do you start? And then once you start, how do you cultivate it? And then we're going to end up with how do you identify that you're walking in it? Got lots coming for you. Stay tuned. We will be right back. You're listening to Rhonda's Room on Power 108.9.
Keep up with Power 108.9 on social media.
Can I find you?
Instagram.
At Power 108.9.
And Facebook.
At Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9.
Okay.
Power 108.9. A station for the people.
It's tax time, ladies and gentlemen, and this year, Mills Financial Group has some amazing programs for all of us, especially, though, if you're a truck driver, contract worker, real estate professional, and definitely those that are self-employed. Now, Mills Financial will get you the maximum refund you deserve. We're talking cash advances up to $9,500 in just 1 hour. Want to get started? Give them a call, 877-634-6299. Now, Mills Financial Group has several locations across the United States of America, including Philly, New Orleans, and our favorite location, the Battery, Atlanta, home of the Atlanta Braves, making tax season that much easier for you. Call them, 877-634-6299. Now, 2020 was tough, and Mills Financial Group wants to help you get what you deserve during tax season. Hit them up, 877-634-6299, or visit the website Mills Financial Group. That's MILLZ financialgroup.com. They got your back.
Hey, it's Jay Nash from Mornings with Michael and Jay Nash, and you're listening to Rhonda's Room. You just never know who's going to be in Rhonda's Room right here, only on Power 108.9.
All right, welcome back. All kinds of new stuff. Got a new drop. We got, what's that called? A new lower third. We got all kinds of improvements here, man. This is the place to be. Power 108.9. I'm telling you, they treat you good here. Real good. All right, so I want to go ahead and just say hello and acknowledge everybody that's checking in. We got lots of people that are, what do you want me to do? Oh, I can pick it up. See, I'm trying to be all cute. Okay, so we got a lot of people checking in. We've already got comments coming in. So I just want to acknowledge, hey, Dennis Hoffman, how you doing? And he's got a brand new show here too, man. I'm really proud of you, dude. All right, and we have Keena, my assistant, is watching. And she said that, I just lost her comment. Hold on a second here. We've got Eric too. Oh, wait. There's a lot more before Eric. You got to work it to make it work for you. Okay, and then we got Dr. Eric checking in. Now, Dr. Eric, that man right there is a cultivation speaker right there. That brother, he's going to be on my show. But, yeah, you shift the atmosphere, absolutely, and you cultivate your winning season. I think, and he actually has a book. I think that's the name of it, Cultivate Your Winning Season or something like that. But it's so true because, here's the thing. You know the saying that if you don't plan, then you're going to fail. So you either plan to fail or fail to plan. But if you fail to plan, it's a no-brainer. You're going to fail. So if you want to have a winning season, if you want to set yourself up for success, there's some things that you need to do. First of all, you need to find out what is your gift or what is your desire. And here's how you can get an idea, guys, of what you should be doing. Now, I heard a long time ago from a pastor that at a church I used to go to, and he said this, and I'll never forget it. He said, the way that you know what your passion is it's not what won't let you go, and it's not what you won't let go of, it's what won't let go of you. And it keeps calling you back. You know that thing? What is it that everybody comes to you and asks you to do? You could be an amazing cook, and everybody wants you to cook for them. You could have a gift with hair, and everybody's coming to your house to braid their hair or cut their hair. What is it that people come to you automatically and they ask you to do? Like, one of my gifts is writing. I have no problem writing and speaking. And my sister will come to me, and she's like, Ron, can you write this for me? And I'll just, okay, no problem. And I'll write it. And she's like, how do you do that? She's like, I agonize over that. And you just spit it out. So one key to cultivating and creating your winning season, like how to create your winning season and walk in it, is take notice of what are you good at? What comes easy? So you have gifts for a reason. Those things that come easy to you, that's a hint into what your gifts are. So if it's easy to you, that's a gift that you have. Maybe you're great with kids. Maybe you got a way of just calming everything down. Maybe you're the party planner. Maybe you're the musical artist. Maybe, who knows what your gift is. But what comes easy to you? Maybe you're a singer. Goodness, my daughter Sierra is a singer. I mean, she doesn't even try, and she sings. Where other people, they study, they take all these lessons, and, certain things you have are gifts. Those things that are easy to you, those are gifts that you have. So you build on that. That's one way. Now, another way is, all right, what interests you? What are you really interested? What do you get excited about? What would you do for free? What do you just get joy out of doing? What makes your heart sing? What interests you is also an idea into what you should be doing or what you're gifted to do and what you can make a profit on. Let's just say it like it is. We have gifts and talents and stuff like that for a reason. It's to be able to financially sustain us and to help other people. And as we walk in our gifts and as we walk in our talents, then we bring benefit to other people and other people seek us out. So it's a win-win, okay? So what do you do naturally? That's easy. What do people come to you and ask you to do? And what are you interested in? Those are 3 things right there to start with to give you an idea of how to create a winning season. Like if you love to coach, okay, and and everybody comes to your house and you're just the one, and you just get what fills you up and gives you fulfillment is coaching, kids and seeing them win or seeing them light up. Then that's a gift that you have. If you are an influencer. Like, I'm an influencer. When I speak, I can persuade people. I can tap into energy. So that's a gift that I have. And I can use that because I can feel out the energy in the room. And I can tell as people are talking which way to navigate, which way to go. I can pick up on those cues. And then the conversation just comes into place. So that's a natural gift that I have. But then I've also studied to help make that better. So when you find something that you like, something that you're good at that comes easy and you're interested in it, you can always improve. You're forever improving. So if you can take additional courses or get some experience doing these things, and then you're going to get more used to it and you're going to walk in it and it's going to be more and more natural. Like, we've been here now. I'm coming on my 2nd year already, guys, here at Power 108.9. And I'll tell you what, the very first show was September 11th, 2019. And baby, that show had so many bloopers. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. I was nervous. I was scared. But, if I look back at where I started to where I am now, I see growth. And then I've got, a great mentor here, like Michael gives us lots of feedback and he really pays attention. And that's another key. As you're growing and as you're, forming your season, you want to surround yourself with people that have the gifts and talents that you need, that you can take feedback from. And you always want to be in a learning mode. Because I tell you what, if you ever get to the point where you think you're the shit and you can't learn nothing else, baby, it's over for you. That's when everybody goes, boop, right down. Because now the energy that you're bringing is no longer genuine. It's no longer authentic. It's like, I'm all about me. And everybody knows who those people are. It's like, oh, yeah, I just want you to win. And you can feel it. You're like, man, you're so full of crap. I can feel you don't even mean that. And they're all about them. Like, oh, well, here, get behind me. Get behind me. And they always got to be in the front. Come on, man. You're all about yourself. And you can feel that. They're like, energy is real, guys. You can feel that. So you can surround yourself with people that have something that they can impart into you and they can help you grow. So that's what you do. If you don't know how to do something, you surround yourself with people and you pick up, what they do and you watch and, you learn directly and indirectly. You know how they say, if you want to be a millionaire, surround yourself with millionaires? Well, they're not in a room every day asking 1,000 questions. It's not like class. You just learn how to be like them. You pay attention to what they're doing, how they're dressed, what they say, what kinds of stuff are they reading, and how do they speak? And it just kind of rubs off on you. All right. So you become who you surround yourself with. So that's a key right there, too. If you got a dream, and I'm a say this, and I really want you to hear me. All right. I have a quote that I wrote. That your dreams are yours for a reason because nobody else can do them but you. So don't expect anybody to understand your dreams, let alone support them. They're your dreams for a reason because you're the one that was created to carry that thing out. We're going to be right back. We're going to take another break. And I'm going to catch up on these comments. Go ahead and share this if you haven't shared this yet, and get everybody that you know that's trying to do something, and this is not just about business. We're going to start tapping into that now. This is just some good practical things. You can have a winning season in every area of your life. We'll be right back. You're listening to Rhonda's Room on Power 108.9.
Keep up with Power 108.9 on social media.
How can I find you?
Instagram.
At Power 108.9.
And Facebook.
At Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9.
Okay.
Power 108.9, a station for the people. The team here at Power 108.9 want to strongly encourage everyone to continue to practice social distancing and wearing a mask while in public. Let's all work together to stop the spread of COVID-19 this holiday season. And if by chance you're in public and you hear someone talking like this,
I can't see in this thing. I can't breathe in this thing and I can't ride in this thing.
stop and just go the other way. Power 108.9, a station for the people. The New Normal Podcast.
It better be served to me by some naked woman.
It's locker room talk. That's what boys do.
Sports and locker room talk.
Can't keep anything else in my freezer.
Yeah.
But at least I can drink a ton of whiskey with ice cubes.
This ain't your ordinary sports podcast. Check out the New Normal Podcast on power108.9.com every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon.
No f***ing way.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Now, first and foremost, let's talk about money. All right. Let's just put it out there. Entrepreneurship, money, starting a business, creating a business. How do you do that? How do you create a winning season when it comes to creating a business? Well, I tell you what, this pandemic thing, this has been a blessing for so many people because they've had time now to create things. They've had time to create product. If you haven't made a product by now, baby, you way behind, all right? You need to get up and do something and utilize this time that you have, all right? So for entrepreneurship, here's the thing. You have to have more than one stream of income. Just bottom line. Because if you put everything you got into one line, then what happens when that goes down? A lot of businesses closed during COVID, okay? I had to close one of my offices, one of my counseling offices, and I had to switch to virtual. But, you have to be able to adapt and adjust. But, what happened with me is a lot of my clients come straight from jail, all right? They're court appointed. Well, the courts were closed. They weren't giving any more sentences and they weren't giving any more classes. So guess what? I went from 30, 40 clients to like 4. Boom. Nothing. And I had to maintain everything based on that. I wasn't prepared for that. And I had to adjust. So thankfully, I have more than one stream of income because I've got my regular job, that is my bread and my butter. And I got the things that I'm working on. And like for me, all right, I have my counseling business. That's my baby, Total Breakthrough Center, where I do counseling, coaching, speaking. I've got the court-ordered side where I get people from, jail or, they've got to look up classes they have to take. That's one side. And then I got the empowerment side where you can come to me and we just build up you, and it's all empowerment. It's all about tapping into your gifts, all about how to be fully self-expressed, all about, creating a business and finding your gifts and walking in them and how to empower yourself to be your best self. So that's a version. Okay, I thought I had my phone off. I did have my phone off. Okay. So that's one thing. And then, so that's one of my main streams of income. Now, other things that I do, and this is just what I do, is I am a TLC rep. And TLC is Total Life Changes. And that's health, wellness, fitness, CBD industry. I'm telling you, that's incredible. We got like 40 some products for everything. Some of them have CBD, some of them don't. And I tell you what, pay attention to the times. If you look around, there's a CBD store popping up everywhere. So you may want to jump on that bandwagon and, get into some CBD products. So that's another business that I do. And I also have FES, which is Financial Education Systems. Now, what that is we help people fix their credit, repair their credit, build their credit, get in a position to buy a house. It's a whole financial package. You get a will and trust with it for free, credit monitoring, credit identity, all kinds of stuff. You get like 14 different products. And you help people restore their credit, repair their credit, and those that are trying to build their credit, you can even offer them like a secured credit card and you get paid on that. So all those people that are trying to raise their credit score, okay, I got you for that too. So I got I've already only said 3 things. I've got the counseling, coaching, and, speaking. That's where I'm pouring into people and I'm lifting them up because everybody needs to be encouraged, all right? And all my things work together for mind, body, and spirit. And then I've got TLC, which is going to be for the health, the nutrition, and wellness, and your detox and your vitamins and putting good stuff in the CBD to help with pain and inflammation and all kinds of stuff. All right. And then I've got the FES, the financial services. So where people are they want your weight to go down, but you want your credit score to go up, and then you want to be filled up. You want to feel like you're whole. So I got boom, boom, boom. That's 3 right there. And I'm tipping my toe into another one right now that I'm testing out, Isogenics, which is premium nutrition that's scientifically based. And I'm having decent results with that. But I have to be more consistent. I'm not going to lie. I have not been consistent. But their products are scientifically backed. So it does all the figuring for you, like all those macronutrients, micronutrients, and all that good stuff. So you got to be prepared for everybody that comes in your pathway. So you need more than one stream of income. So like if you're talking to somebody and, they mention that they want their credit repaired, you're like, hey, I got you. Or if they're like, man, I've been really trying to lose weight, I got you on that too. So all of mine work together because my company is called Total Breakthrough Center. It's a one-stop thing. And I tap on your mind, your body, and your spirit. So all of that comes together, and the counseling takes up, your spiritual as well. So that all works together for me. So that's how I connect them. And then I do speaking and engage, and all of that stuff too. So now for you, when you figure out the things that you like, and network marketing is one of the greatest things you can do. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, damn, network marketing, MLM, multi-level marketing, I don't want to hear it. But, one key thing I teach, like even with my counseling, is perception is everything. It really is. Because Henry Ford said, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're absolutely right. Your belief and your thoughts create everything. So your language shapes your reality, all right? But your beliefs, what beliefs you have, your beliefs create your thoughts create your feelings create your actions. So every action you do can go all the way back and be traced back to a belief that you have. So if you believe that you can, then guess what? You can. If you believe you can't, and this isn't going to work, this is a scam, then guess what? You're not going to do nothing. You're going to bomb out. And here's the thing. You got to make your own decision, guys. Don't be swayed by other people, especially reviews. That's one of the worst things you can do. Like, what? It's so funny. Like when I talk to people about different things, they're like, yeah, I need to research this. I need to check out the reviews. But what the hell you think you're going to get? You're going to pull up every negative review there is. Okay. And you know what? Those people fucked up what they had and they're pissed off. Like, I remember I was looking for an apartment complex and I saw all these horrible reviews. I went there and I looked, I was like, this place is freaking awesome. I like this place. I don't give a crap what the reviews say. And then I got to be friends with, the office manager, and I asked after a while, I was like, I heard a lot of bad reviews, and they said, yeah, it was so-and-so, right? They knew the person. I said, yeah, how did you know that? They said, oh, yeah, they didn't pay their rent and we had to force them out. We had to evict them. So I was like, oh, okay. So because they didn't pay their bills, they're going to go try to tear you down. And see, and that's what people do. Misery loves company. So all of you that are, I got to check the reviews, all these bad reviews, okay, you're easily swayed by other people. And that is going to be dangerous, because what if you have that $1 million idea? And I'll tell you right now, your dream is for you. Ain't nobody on the face of this earth going to understand your dream but you. And you better believe you are that dream that you go after. It's going to, if you're a man, it's your mistress. You spend more time with that than you do with your wife. If you a girl, if you a female, that's your boo. You spend more time with him, with your business and with your dream than you do with your significant other, because you have to. You gotta, just like when you have a baby, you gotta feed it, you gotta, change the diaper, you gotta be there all the time. It's your baby. So when people try to say, oh, you know what, that's crazy. Yeah, I know somebody that tried that and they failed. Or here's my favorite one. Damn, Rhonda, you kind of spreading yourself thin. You're taking on too many things. You should let some things go. What the hell? Don't put your limitation on me. Because the thing is, you're telling me it's too much for you, but it's just right for Rhonda. Okay? Because the persons that are telling me that, okay, they got spouses, they got kids, they got all this. All my kids are grown. They're out the house. Okay? I don't have any of that. So I'm in the best time of my life to where I can do whatever I want. So if I let other people talk me out of it, and here's the thing, when people tell you too, well, do you really think you want to do that? Because I've seen somebody do this and, you might fail. Yeah, you might fail. But darling, what if you fly? What if you fly? And every great idea and every $1 million business, do you really think there was a whole lot of people cheering them? No. They had to go through, fall. And people were looking at them like, what the hell? You're crazy. You're spending your mortgage. You're spending this, And just when they're ready to give up, and like Tyler Perry says this all the time, he was doing his plays, okay? And he was ready. The last one, he was like, if this is either going to go or it's not, because he's been writing for all these years. He's been doing these plays. Nobody showed up. But you know what? That last play was his breakthrough. And then boom, it's like Tyler Perry's been here forever. But nobody knows the work that went on behind the scenes. So if you listen to other people, not only will they talk you out your dream, let's just get real. They're going to steal your damn dream. I have learned to keep my mouth shut. I have learned not to tell people a lot of detail about my dreams because I have seen other people take it, package it, call it their own. I'm like, get out of here. All right, let me keep my mouth shut. So you have to keep your dream. You got to protect that thing because that's your baby. And no matter what anybody says, just like your child, you got a badass kid, you love that child. You may have baby's kids, okay? My kids were bad when they were growing up. But you know what? There's nothing anybody could say to make me stop loving my child. Your dream has to be like that too. And when you put that kind of care into it, then when it starts to flourish and it starts to bloom, everybody, then guess what they're going to say? Oh, man, you know what? I'm glad you stuck with that. Man, I always believed in you. You're like, where the hell were you? Weren't you the one that was telling me to give this up? Weren't you the one that said, I can't do this? Weren't you the one that said, I'm spreading myself too thin? And then guess what comes next? Hey, can I hold a little cash? Can you help me with this? Can you do this? We're family. Can you hell no, I can't. No, I can't. And then, so you changed now. You're damn right. You're damn right. And we will be right back. You're listening to Rhonda's Room on Power 108.9.
Yo, looking for a new house? Then it's time for you to holler at our guy, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson of Loan Depot. Yo, it's your boy Michael McFadden of Mornings with Michael and Friends, and I tell you what, Alvin Jameson and the crew, they really do it all. First-time home buyers, refinances, investment properties, VA home loans too. Hit them up. It's very simple. AlvinJameson.com. Y'all know Alvin like the chipmunk, Jameson like that fine whiskey. You can also hit them up by mobile phone, 404-587-9033. Once again, 404-587-9033. Alvin Jameson, Loan Depot. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Alvin? It's tax time, ladies and gentlemen, and this year, Mills Financial Group has some amazing programs for all of us, especially, though, if you're a truck driver, contract worker, real estate professional, and definitely those that are self-employed. Now, Mills Financial will get you the maximum refund you deserve. We're talking cash advances up to $9,500 in just 1 hour. Want to get started? Give them a call, 877-634-6299. Now, Mills Financial Group has several locations across the United States of America, including Philly, New Orleans, and our favorite location, the Battery, Atlanta, home of the Atlanta Braves, making tax season that much easier for you. Call them, 877-634-6299. Now, 2020 was tough, and Mills Financial Group wants to help you get what you deserve during tax season. Hit them up, 877-634-6299, or visit the website Mills Financial Group. That's MILLZ financialgroup.com. They got your back.
In a world of petty and immature people, it's refreshing to hear a morning show that has sophisticated hosts such as Michael McFadden and Jay Nash. Don't believe me? Take a listen.
But shout out to our friends over there at Credit Building Professionals. What up, Credit Cred?
I tried to come with you.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's what she said.
Oh.
Hey.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
All right, we are back, and we are talking about how to create and cultivate and create and walk in your winning season. And I've been sharing some information about, entrepreneurship, about how to start, how to identify your ideas, and take them and turn them into something. And if you haven't noticed, I've also been giving some lifestyle advice as well, because everything I just said about entrepreneurship, about you got to protect your dream, protect your baby, don't let anybody tell you about it. Well, you can take that over into the relationship category. All right. So how do you have a winning season in your relationship? Simple. Keep everyone the fuck out of your relationship. Number one, keep everybody out of your relationship. And I remember a pastor told me one time when we were going through premarital counseling. He said, this was my second husband. We're not together anymore, but he said, you have to protect your relationship like a nucleus, like a bubble. And when you start allowing outside people in to influence your relationship, then guess what? Same thing. Misery loves company. See, nobody really wants to see you happy. And if you believe that, that's for your family maybe, but the world itself really doesn't want to see you happy because it makes them look bad. Let's just call it what it is. So they're going to try, because here's the thing. I tell people when they come into my classes, they have all the charges and stuff like that, and they're so depressed and they're so down. And I'm saying, okay, just let me tell you what you got on your hands here. Right now, when you came into this class, you had charges. So you're here, and the person that you got the charges from or the situation is right here too. But guess what? In this time that we have together, because most of them I have for 6 months at a time, you're going to learn tools, and you're going to start to go like this. All right. And you're going to start to just change the way you think, the way you act, the way you behave. You're going to see things you never saw before. And guess what's going to happen? This person right here that you got to charge with, they're going to say, oh, ever since you been in that class, now you think you're better than me. Oh, ever since you've been in that class, whatever. Or they're going to start to argue with you even more because they see you elevating and you guys are no longer on the same level. So when people don't cheer you on, that's no surprise, because while you're here, everything is good. Misery loves company. But once you start to elevate, then guess what? When you start to shine and you start to walk in your winning season, you remind them and show them of everything they're not doing. And maybe they're lazy, maybe they don't want it, maybe they don't have the drive. But when they start to attack you, and they start to put you down, or they start to remind you of who you used to be, it's because you no longer benefit them. You no longer serve them. So they're going to try to get you to come back down to them. And then they're going to be happy. They were like, yeah, see, I told you. I knew you'd be back. But here's the problem. Once you've been up here and you go back down to here, now you're miserable. They're happy and you're miserable. Ideally, as you're growing, the people that really support you and really got your back, they'd be like, man, I'm so proud of you. I see what you're doing. Man, show me what you're doing. Boom. Now they're coming up. That's somebody that wants to grow with you. And then you go up, and then they go up, and then you guys grow together. That's ideal. But whenever somebody tries to put down your dream, put down your relationship, put down your attempts, maybe you're trying to lose weight or whatever, and they're like, man, you're gonna lose all that weight, but as soon as you're done with that program, you start eating, you're going to gain it all back. So they're saying all these depressive, negative things to you, and you start to listen to them. And what you allow in to your head, it starts to, resonate with you, and it changes your actions. And then you start to doubt yourself. You start to doubt your gifts. You start to think, am I really qualified? Can I really do this? Yes, you can. Well, nobody else sees my dream but me, Rhonda. They're not supposed to, because it's yours. And that's why you are the only one on the face of this earth that can do it. That's why you have the gifts that you have. Well, you know what? And relationship-wise, I'm going to tell you right now, people make the mistake all the time of talking to their miserable friends whose relationships suck. Why are you going to them? To ask them advice. And they're talking about how they can't stand each other and they're cheating on each other. Why are you asking them anything about your relationship? Well, like if you're a woman and you like to honor your guy, And you're like, yeah, I refer to him as a king. You tell your girl, like, girl, I wouldn't do that if I was you. No, he's going to think he can lord over you. Why would you do that? And that's your manless friend. Or your friend that has got partner after partner after partner after partner. Why would you listen to that? Your relationship is your relationship. If nobody else gets it but you. Now, this is not abuse. I'm not talking about abuse. That's a whole nother category. But when people don't accept your person, all right, sometimes that's a red flag. A lot of times it is if they're, abusive to you. But if your relationship, you're trying to build it, you're trying to work on it, and other people don't understand it, it's not for them to understand. Now, you guys can go get counseling. You guys can work together. You guys can do whatever you need to do to make it work, okay? And you two decide what you're going to do. That's the thing. It's an equal give and take, all right? So it's like if you picture if I had two glasses right here, and they each have water, when one pours into the other, all right, then the other one pours back. But if one is constantly pouring into them, there's going to be a point where they get depleted and they're going to be empty. They need to be filled back up again. So if you can't expect the person to fill you up, because here's the thing. If you come to a relationship and you expect or require someone to fill you up and meet your needs, you're already wrong, okay? Because you have to already be coming from a place of happiness and joy within, and you bring yourself to that relationship, and you don't look for that person. One of the worst lines ever was Jerry Maguire, you complete me. No person should complete you. Two broke pieces don't make a whole, okay? You're just a fragmented mess. You have to be whole. They got to be whole. So while you're single, all right, you get yourself together, you work on your issues, you work on any baggage that you have from other relationships, because until you deal with the trauma, until you deal with the pain, until you deal with the source of whatever it is that's going on in you, guess what? You're going to keep repeating it. It's going to be the same thing over and over with another face, a different body, but it's the same thing because you have not handled that stuff in you, those hurts, and you carry hurt from hurt into relationship after relationship, and you make people pay for what other people did. Okay, and it may not even be a relationship. It could go all the way back down to, I do trauma lines. I can pinpoint in a few minutes where it stopped for people. And most of the time it comes from the person that raised you. All right, so let's say, for example, if you can't stand to be ignored, and being ignored is a trigger for you, and you just fly off the handle, you get pissed off to no end if somebody ignores you. That has nothing to do with the person in front of you that's ignoring you. That has something, because I'll ask, well, who was the first person that ignored you? It'll always be my mom, my dad, whoever the caregiver was. And how old were you? Well, I was this and this and this. And what happened during it? Well, I really wanted something. They ignored me. I said, and how did you feel when that happened? Well, I felt really insignificant. I felt that I wasn't heard. And I'm like, okay. So now every time you're ignored, that's a trigger for you. You're not even responding to this person in front of you. You're responding back to the person that ignored you, because that's a hurt that hasn't been healed. So you got to heal that hurt, because everything goes back to a trauma. Even like in addiction cases, you got a cycle of addiction, and guess what's at the very top of that addiction cycle? You have the activating event or the pain. You want relief. You seek relief. You use. You feel better. And then you start to come down, and then you have regret. And guess what? Once regret hits in, you're like, oh, shit, I messed up. I might as well start using again. Boom, cycle starts all over. But now you have layer and layer and layer of hurt. If you never deal with the hurt, the original pain, and here's the thing, anybody who's addicted, and you can become addicted to anything, a person, place, thing, habit, behavior, you can become addicted to anything. If you don't deal with that initial pain, you will never come out of that cycle. But the moment you do, addiction is gone. Everyone's got their things, once an addict, always an addict. No. Once you deal with the pain and you deal with the trauma, you may have another trauma that you got to deal with. Kind of picture like those, those German nesting dolls, those dolls that go into each other, okay? That's like you. in every area and every age of you. You got the big adult, but guess what? There's 4 or 5 or 6 little yous inside there. And once you deal with the first one that you can see, you got to keep going. You got to get to the next layer and the next layer and the next layer and get to that little one, that little baby. Where did it start from? And once you start healing all that, boom, 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 winning season all the way around. And if you ever want to watch a great movie that shows this, watch Rocket Man. Elton John's story is a perfect example of exactly what I'm saying. And, you know, we as adults, you know, you may be a functioning, like I may be 54 biologically, but if I'm still dealing with a hurt that happened to me when I was 8 years old getting molested, I'm an 8-year-old in a 54-year-old body. And guess what? That's the way I see the world. That's the framework I see the world from. And that's how I show up in the world. That's why you got to heal everything. So to get to your winning season, you got to go deep within. And if bad seeds were put there, you got to root those up and you got to fill yourself back up with good things. And sometimes you got to nurture yourself. Sometimes you got to water yourself and you pour into yourself, or you pour into your God or your higher power. For me, it's God, you know, but whatever your higher source of power is, that's where you get your thing. But you are responsible for filling yourself up. It's not anybody's responsibility to fill you up or make you happy. Or, you know, you have a bad day because you saw somebody. What the hell is that about? You don't got the power to change my whole day. Or you say, oh, my day's ruined now. Oh, I can't do this. Really? Really? You're going to give that person that much power? Or somebody that left you. Well, I can't get over that they left me. Baby, they left. They're gone. Really? You're the one that's stuck. So you got to do the work. So your winning season, how to create it and walk in it, is number one. Get to the bottom of what's stopping you. And then once you can do that, look at what do you like, what comes naturally to you, what are you interested in? Learn how to do that and walk in it. If you don't know how to do, surround yourself with people that can pour into you. And then once you do it and you got that dream, hold it and protect it. Don't let anybody take you from it because it's yours for a reason. And then here's the last thing. Expect to fail, because failure is required for success. No success ever happens without failure. It's required. So you got to change the way you look at failure. Michael Jordan is one of the best pointsmen of all time. He missed more baskets than he made. He still is going down in history as one of the greatest shooters of all time. But he missed more than he got it right. That's how your winning season is created, from a whole bunch of little wins. And then guess what? Before you know it, you're walking in a season, what seems like a season. But if you've planned it correctly, you've been building it all along because it's been in you from day one. You just got to believe, activate it, walk in it, and enjoy it. I hope you all liked it. That is my mastermind class free of charge. No, but seriously, I would love to hear what your feedback is for this. Follow me. I've got a brand new YouTube channel, Rhonda's Room. I got 58 subscribers. I need to get 100 subscribers. It's got 2 red R's and a black and white picture. Once I get 100 subscribers, I get the unique name. We did a contest here to name this show. Rhonda's Room is our name, y'all. It's my name for this show. And I have everything, all my shows in one place on YouTube. But there's another girl who's Rhonda's Room who's got 2 videos. I need everybody to subscribe to that tonight and get me to 100 before the night is over. Have a great night.